Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to Tony the Mole Adams YouTube channel. And if you're listening on rugbyleague.com, welcome. And this is the time of the week where we have a chat to Sydney-based veteran, and I don't say that insultingly because I'm a veteran too, reporter Tony the Mole Adams. Tony, how are you?
Yeah, doing well, Steve. Winter's slowly but surely coming to an end here in Sydney. So that means when winter ends, final start. So it's getting that time of year.
It's sweltering here in London. And people say, oh, it's not really heat. You don't know heat, but it's a different sort of heat here. It's very dry and stifling. It's a bit different than back in Oz. So yeah, it's very warm here. But that also means, Tony, the changing the seasons. It means the Kangaroo Tour is getting closer. First tests here in London at Wembley, and tickets, the second and third tests are already sold out. And the first item in the column we're going to talk about today is about the fullback position. Reece Walsh is a bit of a rock star in our game, but he's not. His place isn't 100% secure in the number one jersey for Australia.
Yeah, that's right. And he's probably got Dylan Edwards and maybe even James Tedesco, if not ahead of him. They're probably going to take a third fullback in the party. But the way he's going, Walsh, he's very hot-cold at the moment, as are the Broncos. And Ryan Papenhuyzen's been far more consistent. He's actually out this week with a HIA, Pappenhausen, but his form's better. He's more consistent, makes less errors. Walsh's been making a lot of mistakes the last couple of years, and teams tend to live or die by his mistakes. So I think if Kevy Walters takes a safer option, it could be Pappenhausen.
And Tony, you've also had a stab at the most irreplaceable player in the NRL. Pray tell us, who is that and why?
Well, you look at the Warriors, and as soon as Luke Metcalf went down, things went pear-shaped. They've tried Tanner Boyd at halfback. They've tried Tamari Martin at halfback, but they've lost their last three games. They're no longer in the top four, and they're sliding fast. And this week, Tamari Martin's out, so they've gone back to Boyd. There was Mal, they were going to play Nathan Cleary's younger brother, Jet, but they've decided not to, but he's killing it in the New South Wales Cup. So, we love talking about young players. Well, he's one to watch, Jet Cleary. He'll be a first grader in the next 12 months or so.
Now, Tony, you're not just a pretty face because you figured out that Alex Johnston's on the way to being the most prolific try scorer in premiership history. But if for one factor, he might already be there. I hadn't thought of this, Tony. To fill the listeners and viewers in.
Well, on the weekend, Latrell Mitchell came back for South in what we called the Spoon Bowl between South and the Gold Coast, the two lowest placed teams in the league. And Johnston scored 2 tries and South scraped over the line, and both tries were try assists to Latrell. Now, Latrell's only played 10 games, so you can imagine if Latrell had played another 10 or so games, Alex Johnston might have another 20 tries to his name and be well and truly ahead of poor old Kenny Irvine. So, yeah, just an interesting little sidelight to this record that's looming and everyone's talking about over here.
And I'm absolutely astounded by that scoreline at the weekend. I was watching the Roosters and the Dolphins. I just don't know how it got to 60. And lots of records were broken, but there's one that didn't get reported. And the Roosters are a foundation club. They've played in every season in the premiership, and this is quite a record that they set on the weekend.
Yeah, it's the first time in 90 years that they've scored over 60 points away from home. So quite a feat by the Roosters. I went back and had a look at what happened in 1935. Canned beer was invented, so that's quite a significant year for you, Steve, I would imagine. And a few other things happened. Hitler brought in the Nuremberg laws, which were rather nasty things back in the day. But yeah, just goes to show you how long ago this was that the Roosters scored 60 points away from home. And against the Dolphins, yeah, a major shock.
Now, Tony, the Dragons are sort of seem to be rebuilding somewhat. They seem to have some good days ahead of them, I would say. But you're not a fan of their decision to let Jack Debellum go.
Yeah, I think they might regret it. They've got a lot of good young forwards, but not a lot of experience up front. And Debellum's a definite leader in that club, and I think he could have really shown the young blokes the way. But they've decided to let him go, and he's gone to Parramatta. They might regret it, but stories come out just in the last few hours that they're looking at Big Tino Fasawinali. So, maybe that was the plan all along. Who knows?
And Isaiah Yeo, co-captain at the Panthers, and a player who they in the past have struggled to fill in for when he's been missing. But you've written in your column, you think they've found the answer to that problem.
Yeah, well, Yo's probably going to miss another game or two before the finals. I think Ivan Cleary wants to rest him. But Isaiah Papalii did a great job filling in for him on the weekend. Scored a try, had a hand in a couple. Similar type of player, very smart with the ball. Gives the outside backs and Nathan Cleary time and space. And he's doing the job. For a bloke who was previously a second rower, he might have a career as a lock, and lock's become quite an important spot in the NRL these days. You look at blokes like Isaiah Yeo and what an influence they have over teams.
And finally, you're saying that Jamal Fogarty, who is very well spoken, I must say, every time I hear him interviewed on the radio, he's really impresses me. But you're saying that it's his timing of his departure from Canberra is sad. Why do you say that?
Yeah, well, Ethan Strange scored a hat trick on the weekend. It was a breakout game from him against Manly. He's always been a good player, but I think he really came of age. He gave poor old Daly Cherry Evans a bath, just palmed him off twice as if he wasn't there to score. But I think him and Fogarty they formed this great. They're foils for each other, shall we say? Strange is young, raw. Fast, does everything off the cuff. Fogarty's older, more experienced, an organiser with a kicking game, and I think they've been the real secret of Canberra's success this year. Just the way they feed off each other, and with Fogarty going, it'll be interesting to see if they have the same influence next year, Canberra, that they have this year. Because let's not forget, they were wooden spoon favourites, and the moment they're leading the comp, and everyone keeps waiting for them to fall, but they keep winning games.
That's it for this episode of Tony the Mole Adams YouTube channel. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And our flagship show, Midweek Scoops, is back tomorrow. Tony, talk to you then.
Sounds good, Steve.